Hello everyone and welcome back to Winders Model Farms. I'm excited today to do a review video of the Case IH 715 Quadtrac. This is, as you see here, the Introduction Edition. We did not pre-order it, unfortunately, but we did get it from Farm Toys For You off of their website. Can't remember what we paid for it, but it was not cheap. I want to say in the $38 range maybe. But it is pretty cool tractor. So it comes in this Prestige Collection style box, as it is a Prestige, you see there. Similar box to the other Prestige Quadtracs and Steigers. So there you see Steiger Quadtrac 715. Nice window there so you can see your toy if you wanted to leave it in the box. The side has some stats there, as well as the 715 logo. The back has the same toy advertisement style that a lot of Case stuff has had for a long time. They put a lot of stuff like that on the back of their boxes. The bottom, nothing much going on there, legal stuff and all. The other side's got the same information in French there. So it does have this Introduction Edition sticker. So we're gonna get this thing out of the box and take a look at it, kind of get the first impressions. I know that some other people have made videos on them. I have not watched the videos yet because I wanted my first impression of this thing to be authentic without any influence from others. So that's what it'll be. I'm gonna pause this video real quick, untie that, and get this out. So I got this thing out of the box, and first impression is it is huge. So this is pretty sweet. Fairly good amount of detail. We'll take a look, I guess we're not walking, but we'll look around it and just kind of cover the details that stick out to me. And I guess we'll just start with the bottom, because what really pops is the tracks on the track system on this unit. So they took the time to paint and detail all the bolts on this track system with silver paint and gold paint here, which looks phenomenal. I really do like that. It's not often that we get that level of detail on these toys, and I really do like it. Another thing we always get asked is, how well do these tractors roll? This particular one rolls very well. You can put just a little bit of pressure down on it and it's got a smooth roll. So if that matters to you, it does roll better than some. Obviously not as good as tires, but still better than some. So after the tracks, another thing that sticks out is the detail on these steps, and they painted the handrails there. They painted the steps really well. So you can see that detail there. And then they even put another handrail up here, as well as painted the detail of like the grip on that floor there. So that is nice and painted. As we move on up the tractor, see an AFS Connect decal on the cab. If we can get it to zoom. Hard to focus, there it is. AFS Connect decal, handrail on the cab. In the interior there, you can see the vents on the steering column. We can see the red seats there. A little detail below the buddy seat there as well. The hinge detail on the door does not open, unfortunately. And if we spin around, you can see more detail on the back of that buddy seat, where if you folded it down, it'd be kind of like a console. And we've got a little bit of detail on the control arm over there. It's hard to get a good angle on that, but some decent detail. We got a windshield wiper in the back, handrail around here, as well as a handrail there. and on the top of the cab going around. Now, the steering wheel does look rather poor. And the funny thing is, so it's just a big blob on the steering wheel there. We have an older Quadtrac, and it's the same thing. So they haven't really changed much of that there. As far as the rest of the cab goes, we've got work lights all the way around. They look fantastic. Mirrors with reflective on it, so that's cool. Lights on the front, air cleaner here on the side of the cab, nice and low profile. And then the exhaust up here is actually not as big as I was expecting. The exhaust is fairly low profile. Like, this is an old 620, and the exhaust is actually smaller than the old 620 exhaust. So they've found a way to kind of shrink that down so it's not so obnoxiously huge. And then we get to the top of the roof. We've got our GPS there, a nice Introduction Edition Case IH logo, and then some nice painted detail there. Big old cab roof. This is bigger than the traditional Quadtrac roof, and I'm assuming the interior of the cab is also bigger because that roof is quite a bit bigger. It's noticeably larger there if you put them side by side. So onto the rear of this machine, we'll take a look here. We've got lights all over the place. We've got these down here, the work lights up here, slow moving vehicle triangle. Our hydraulic hookups even got the colors painted, which is really cool. Great detail there. And then we've got our PTO down there. I guess if you're gonna run a very giant grain cart, maybe you'd want a PTO on a 715 horsepower tractor. The hitch has a fairly cool looking drop to it. And so they try to make that realistic, but it's still big enough for pretty much all of your Ertl implements, but it is trimmed down quite a bit from the older Quadtrac hitch, as you can see there. So the underside of that, you can see the drawbar is run there. Other than that, not a ton of detail under here. Kind of what you expect on most of your Quadtracs and other toys as far as detail on the bottom down here. You do have the front toolboxes there on this piece that can be taken off if you want to unscrew that. It appears, well, I say it can be taken off. That may just remove your cab, but it looks like that piece can come off kind of like it could on the older quads. So at the articulation joint, we've got a little bit of detail cast into there. So you can see there, but not a ton. The unit does articulate minimally, which is disappointing. They've normally had the case ones articulating well, but this one really does not. I mean, that's about all the articulation you're gonna get on this toy, which isn't great. So that part is a little disappointing. One thing I must have missed a second ago, but the fuel cap is painted right there, so that's a good detail as well. Articulation lacks a little. Oscillation, decent. Not as far to the right as it does go to the left, quite a bit more than it does to the right. So that's the movement we got there. As we come around, I've kind of saved this for last, but the hood is what to me is probably the coolest piece of this whole thing. Just a gigantically wide hood. I'm gonna put an old 620 next to this so you can see how much bigger that hood is than the normal Quadtrac hood. So giant hood, got some air intake there, your row alignment there. As we look at the grill, it's kind of got that more modern grill, like they've gone with similar styling on like their Magnums and Optims, and their newer Maxims have kind of a newer style grill, and I guess they've kind of styled this more similarly to that. To me, it kind of looks like Spider-Man's face, but That's just me, I guess. But they do have reflective stickers for the headlights here. Nice Case IH logo. Little lights painted down there. Toolboxes here. On the side, we do get a nice 715 decal. They've kind of used that triangle 715 decal a lot. Then Case IH Quadtrac up there. And I was able to drive one of these in real life in Illinois at the farm machinery show, so that was cool. I mean, we drove it on a little tiny loop. Wish you could have drove it more than that, but that's what they had. And I got a 715 t-shirt, had that logo on it, so that was pretty cool as well, and a couple other little goodies, but it was a beast of a tractor. More detail here, and the steps here, and then we got a little bit, I don't know if that's supposed to be a light or what that is on the side, but detail there as well. So also on the side, you can see the detail there on the side of that hood. So overall, a beast of a tractor. Pretty cool toy. I'd say Ertl did a really good job on this. And one more look at an old 620 versus this. Very big difference, as you can see. The biggest, I'll give my biggest negative is going to be the articulation is a little disappointing. But as far as paint job and details, I'm really pleased with this. Especially the track units are very, very good, and all the lights are painted really well on this unit. So I can't complain too much. The interior detail, as far as everything goes paint-wise, is really good. The steering wheel is the only knock on the interior there. Not quite what you'd want, but other than that, very good. So this tractor is fantastic. It is the introduction edition. Will we see more? I don't know. Will there be prestige? Maybe, maybe not. So if you want it and want this amazing detail, I'd grab them now, because I think there was only a limited number of these built for the introduction edition. And I think they're fantastic, and they just are a beast of a tractor. I mean, 715 horsepower, that's pretty amazing. So anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, did you order this tractor? And if so, do you love it or not? Let me know. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.